नमस्कार दोस्तों। पिछले एपिसोड में हमने बात की ओटीटी के एडिक्शन के बारे में और ये भी डिस्कस किया कि क्या इसका कोई फायदा हो रहा है, क्योंकि आजकल के वेब शोज उतने खास नहीं हैं जितने शायद 2020 में थे। और हमारे इस डिस्कशन के कुछ ही दिन बाद अमेजॉन प्राइम वीडियो ने एक बहुत बड़ा इवेंट रखा मुंबई में, जहां पे उन्होंने 10 नहीं 20 नहीं लेकिन 41 नए टाइटल्स अनाउंस किए और इनमें से 22 नए वेब शोज है। ये इंडिया के ओटीटी के हिस्ट्री में पहली बार हुआ है कि किसी प्लेटफॉर्म ने इतने सारे नए टाइटल्स एक साथ अनाउंस किए हो। तो जाहिर सी बात है कि जब कोई प्लेटफॉर्म इतने सारे शोज, मूवीज और डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज एक साथ अनाउंस करता है तो कॉम्पिटिटर्स में हलचल तो मची जाती है। इसी विषय पर मैं केयूर आज आपसे बात करूंगा हमारे पॉडकास्ट सिनेमा के 30th एपिसोड में। और आज मेरे साथ है सिनेस्तान.com की डेप्यूटी एडिटर सोनल पंड्या। वेलकम टू द शो सोनल वंस अगेन।
Hello.
Hi. So firstly, I remember a few days back when I had attended this Amazon Prime event, I had informed you via WhatsApp that they have announced as many as 41 new titles, and you had a certain reaction to that. Share it with our listeners.
I was quite shocked. I was like, 41? First I was thinking, that's really cool. And then I was like, oh my God, we have to write about them. But most of the shows, the new shows, sound really exciting and they've got some very unique storylines. So I'm quite keen to see what's up with Amazon in the next 2 years. But a lot of the shows are returning as well, which I'm very excited about. I think the last time you and I talked about what's happening with Panchayat 2, and we finally got our answer. Panchayat 2 is coming back.
On 20th May. Yeah.
On 20th May. Thank God.
Like that, it reminds me of that meme ki utsav ki tayari karo.
Yes. So I think we put it out in the universe and the universe answered.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's exciting to hear also of some second seasons of shows I wasn't expecting. I thought Patal Lok was like a limited one, just like a one season thing. Surprised and very interested to see what they're going to bring back Jaideep Alawat's character for the second time around. And also Mumbai Diaries, also keen to see what they go through for the next season also. So I'm looking forward to these shows also. But I think it'll be a while off for either of these things.
Yeah, right. I'm also interested in knowing what they do with Mirzapur now, because some important characters had died. So, and there are some unconfirmed news that they might be returning. So, it would be interesting to see how they return. I hope it is not in an Ekta Kapoor way. मर के जिंदा हो गया, plastic surgery कर लिया.
Well, I did see a video that online on social media. And the cast were there at the Amazon event, and they were teasing and saying that nobody dies this time. So let's see. I don't know.
Yes. And Inside Edge season 4 is also lined up, and I am very much interested in it, being a cricket lover. So that is one show which I am really keenly looking forward to. So let's see when they come and how they turn out to be. As we say this, how they turn out to be. My next question is, while it is exciting to see so many titles being announced at one go, but it is also important that these shows live up to the expectations, because in just last episode we discussed that how the quality of shows isn't as good now as it was before.
Yeah, definitely. It does feel like there is now so much to watch. And, I think a while back you and I had a private conversation about the legal shows which are out there also, right? Like, I can't tell the difference sometimes, but then that, okay, this one is on this platform or that platform. But not everybody is subscribed to every platform. It just becomes too difficult to do so.
Yes.
And it's also not financially feasible as well.
Of course.
Be subscribed to every single platform.
Yeah, and we are also paying for our cable guys. Cable operators ko bhi to we are paying. So that is also additional cost.
I've left cable a long time ago.
So you don't watch any news channels, I guess. You are missing circus.
I'm in a world of bliss because I don't watch a news channel.
I also reduced it, but sometimes at my place these people do watch and just see what they are up to these days.
Yeah, but like I said, can't escape streaming altogether. because now so much of the content is, being coming out on platforms like Netflix or Amazon or Hotstar, and big stars are coming to these platforms.
Yes.
At this Amazon event, I was really keen to see Vijay Sethupathi taking up, coming on Farzi, which is with Shahid Kapoor, and it's from Raj and DK. The whole concept just sounds so interesting, and that's one of my keenly awaited shows for this year, I hope.
Oh, you same here. How did I forget about this? This is really big.
So, very, very big to nab Vijay Sethupathi for sure. So, like I said, there are some titles which I'm looking forward to, and also the recently announced Rohit Shetty police series.
Yes, Indian Police Force. Yeah,
Indian Police Force. I mean, every week we keep hearing of another name that's been added to the cast. I think it's going to be explosive enough for the small screen for sure.
Yeah, I hope so, because I have been a fan of Rohit Shetty's cop films. So I'm looking forward to this. Although I don't have, I don't quite agree with Siddharth Malhotra's casting in a Rohit Shetty cop film. But let's hope they manage to surprise me.
Yeah, I'm sure the action sequences are going to be spectacular.
Yeah, that is there. Yeah.
So like I said, there's so much to look forward to. And also, I'm quite interested to see what the Tumbad director also has up with his new series, which has Pankaj Tripathi and Patralekha, and I forget the other actor. Kunal Khembu, yes. I think that's also going to be very interesting.
Because I keep reading comments on social media since last 1 or 2 years. I mean, people are really very eager to see his next project, but it just never came. The announcement never came, and they were getting impatient. And then finally, when it was announced at this event, and people were really happy to know that he is coming back now after Tumbad.
Yeah, so I think, obviously these kind of projects, it requires time and effort to, be made as well. So putting in a year and a half, 2 years is probably standard. But because everything is just released in one day, and then, most people end up binging it. Viewers' patience is not built, because then as soon as we watch, like say season 1 over a weekend, we're like, oh, great, now where's season 2? But then, it requires like a year and a half of production, of planning, prepping, everything. So, and of course, the show has to be written. That's the number one thing that it has to be built on. But all this requires time, effort, money, etc., etc. So, it's not as easy as us viewers would like that. Okay, I'd like season 2 the next month after I've just season 1. But
it doesn't happen that way,
Yes.
And I also feel there is this like a peer pressure, like my friends are watching so many series and I haven't seen those. So people do feel this pressure also that I might be lagging behind in my content consumption. This is also something which I keep hearing from people. Sometimes I do feel that, मैंने ये नहीं देखा, मेरा बाकी है, कब देखूं?
I actually sometimes when I go on social media, I am a little afraid of getting spoiled for certain shows, especially for like big ones, maybe for big plot points or character deaths. They don't think at all about the audience who is probably watching it later, doesn't have the time or whatever.
Yes, there are memes also based on plot twists and deaths of characters.
And they'll use like actual screenshots from the show and put it on. And it's really frustrating. So you have to also watch out if you are going to be on social media or even amongst friends group. Somebody can accidentally let loose a spoiler very quickly.
It happens in WhatsApp groups also.
Oh, definitely. WhatsApp is also another key culprit.
So coming back to the announcement, so as I said in the intro, whenever such an announcement is made, the competitors do feel some jitters. And when it comes to direct competition for Amazon Prime, it is obviously Netflix, right?
Yeah. So the timing of Amazon Prime Video's India lineup comes at a time when, Netflix has lost a lot of subscribers in their first quarter.
Yes, right.
And also, they've been pulled up for their India content as well. And despite them reducing their fees in India, they weren't able to get as many subscribers as they would have liked.
Yeah.
So that is, definitely a worry for them. But it does feel like right now Amazon has the leg up on Netflix, definitely when it comes to Indian content, for sure. There are, Netflix titles that I'm also looking forward to, but I can only remember very few. The Amazon lineup has a number of returning shows and so many new ones,
Yeah, right.
So yeah, that's definitely there.
And I was reading an article on the Hollywood Reporter website, and it said that Netflix is having a bad time even abroad. I mean, we keep saying that the India content is not appreciated much and it is not up to the mark, but they are facing financial crunch even overseas. And this particular article said that they lost as many as 2 lakh subscribers in the first quarter of the year. So that's is a big number.
Yeah. So there are probably a number of factors that are, leading up to this. One thing is that Netflix, cut its services in Russia. So that's one huge chunk of, one whole country, giant country.
Yeah, it's a big country.
Yeah, because of the, the Russia-Ukraine war. That's one. The other thing is that theatrical is also slowly making a comeback. Before, in the 2 years of the pandemic, a lot of people stayed home. But now with 2022, quite a number of offices have opened up. People are going out. Schools are regular all over. So people are sort of moving back to not normalcy, I would say, but a way and lifestyle that we used to have before. And that includes going to theaters to watch movies. So definitely, theatrical is giving streaming competition. And of course, there is the fact that even abroad, there are many more streaming platforms than just Netflix. I mean, here we have a number of them. But even abroad, there are so many streaming platforms. You've got Hulu, you've got Disney Plus, you've got Paramount Plus, you've got HBO Max.
Yeah.
So, and of course each one is expensive. Each one costs a lot so that the viewer, the subscriber has to really think that what they want to subscribe to, which platform is most to their taste for the kind of content they want to watch. So obviously they're going to have some kind of a drop off, and not everybody, I mean, streaming can't replace television. It can't replace theatrical.
Right.
So to expect that Netflix would take over everything is also kind of hard to expect. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah. So it is unfortunate, but yeah, it is. There are several factors that go into it, So I'm sure that Netflix is thinking ahead to the kind of content ahead they want to make in the future.
Yeah, I hope so. And like you said, there are so many platforms in India because I remember when before the pandemic, there wasn't too much competition among these platforms. But now they have increased a lot. I mean, there are so many, and there are few which are upcoming. Like just recently, actor Swapnil Joshi has announced his own web platform where they will be streaming movies and web series in various regional languages of India. So that is one.
Wow.
There are a couple of more coming up in Marathi itself. So yeah, there are few others as well which are lined up. So this is quite, you can say, weird because these are the times where theatrical is coming back. Films are doing really well. I mean, although Bollywood, I mean, Hindi cinema is having a bad time, but South cinema is doing so well in the Hindi belt. Like we currently watching, we just recently saw how KGF 2 has really done superbly well, and it is all set to overtake the collections of Dangal. So having too many platforms can be a big problem in the future because today Netflix is facing this crunch. Tomorrow it might be some other platform if it doesn't do well in the next few months. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, there are, platforms like Hotstar, which carries so many different languages. But then there are platforms which are specific to a certain language, like Chopal is there for Punjabi language content. And then you've got platforms like Movie India and Movie Saints, which are reaching out to people who like independent cinema as well, and short films too. So there is every kind of viewer, there is something. But will they be able to last in the long run? That we
That
can't
is
tell.
the big question. Yeah.
That we really can't tell. You just have to wait and watch.
Yes, we need to wait and watch. And like we keep saying that this year is very crucial for theatrical releases because theaters have opened at 100% occupancy after a long time. First time after the pandemic struck India. So as we keep saying that theatrical films need to do well this year, it is very crucial for them. But similarly, even OTT platforms need to do well because, as I said, others might start feeling these issues as well if they don't do well. So this year holds a lot of importance for entertainment consumption.
Yeah, definitely. And by the end of the year, we see which way it goes. We can talk again and figure out how far we've come.
Yeah, right. So as you said, we can wait and watch and just hope for the best right now.
Yeah.
So thank you once again for sharing your views in detail. You have become quite regular on the podcast now.
It seems like that way. Yeah.
तो देखते हैं अगले हफ्ते क्या होता है, क्या नई बातें हम लेके आते हैं हमारे अगले एपिसोड में. तब तक सुनते रहिए सिनेमा सिनेमा.
अगर आपको ये पॉडकास्ट पसंद आया तो लाइक, सब्सक्राइब और शेयर जरूर कीजिएगा. अपने कमेंट cinestan.com के YouTube चैनल पर भी छोड़ सकते हैं. कीप लिसनिंग टिल नेक्स्ट टाइम.